So much treasure history, so little time. On the way home from hunting Justin Posey's treasure in Montana, we were going on I-15 in Idaho, and I was watching Google Maps, and I saw this really strange looking shape near St. Anthony, Idaho. And of course, we have to get off the road and look at it because my curiosity is off the charts. So we pull off in St. Anthony, and we have the best chicken of our life at Chrissy's, which is a hole in the wall that you would never know until you went in there, and there's sticky sauce. But anyway, so back to this strange shape. So we find out it's a white sands. We start noticing all these like little dune buggies and things like that. And so it's a white sands area near St. Anthony, Idaho. It's kind of like White Sands National Park in Colorado, or the White Sands near Victoria Peak. And so it's very interesting, and I have a little jar of it. And when I was poking around there, I noticed like all these little lava tubes going in. So the black lava rock in the white sands is really cool to look at. And so I'm going back to the car, and of course I saw a historical sign, but it was really, really old, like they forgot to take it down. And of course that piqued my interest, and when I looked at it, oh my God, it said Lost Gold Loop Trail. Ding, 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 ding. So that got me hot and bothered, and I'm like, what is this? So I took a picture of it to look at when I got home, because we were kind of in a hurry. And you know, mainstream history, it just said, oh, that's just the route to go from Idaho to Montana for the gold prospectors. But I'm sorry, Lost Gold Trail doesn't scream go to Montana and look for gold. Lost Gold Trail screams there's gold lost somewhere on that trail. And so it's like a 53-mile loop. It would take you an hour. That's not a very large area to find some gold. So of course I'm researching, I'm going down the rabbit hole because it's really hard to put two and two together. I mean, look at this map. It's not a route to go from Idaho to Montana to look for gold. It's a loop. Since when does a route to go from Idaho to Montana loop back to Idaho? It doesn't make sense. Come on. So finally, I find a YouTube video where they're talking to locals in the area, and they say it's called that because there was a train robbery and the gold is hidden somewhere in that area. But we already know that, don't we? So after a couple of hours going down the treasure in Idaho rabbit hole, I finally stumble across an actual legitimate story of a stagecoach train that was robbed coming out of Salmon, and the outlaws hid the loot, supposedly, it's never been found, in a lava tube. And what's so interesting about that is it's also by the Little Lost River, which is in the area of the Lost Gold Loop Trail in Idaho that we've been talking about. Interesting. And so it's back then it was about $300,000 worth, which would be about $2 million today. So I think we should go look for it. I really do. And that beautiful opal necklace at the beginning of my video, if all else fails and you don't find the treasure in that 50-mile loop, you can stop at the Spencer Opal Mine and dig for your own opal, and at least come away with your own opal necklace. All right, stick around for part 2, because I'm going to go into that robbery story to give us more clues about where to find the gold.